So welcome traders to your StockX post-market recap. So we had a tremendous October with many consistent gains, and we want to showcase to you guys on what's happening in this market, as well as discuss different trade setups that are here to come. But first, we must talk about the news. What happened today? The news flow is overflowing, and we have news from many different sources. We have news regarding the whole tariff situation. We have news regarding the FOMC situation, as well as the whole AI sector. With this week being a major week heading into corporate earnings, we got Microsoft, Amazon, Meta all reporting the Mag 7s. This week is crucial. With the market being at all-time highs, bears are continuing finding situations in where we can find an area to short, and the market continues to push at all-time highs. The news overwhelmingly has been positive, and this is why the broad indexes continue to surge regardless. So it's important to remain calm and not be biased in these markets, as volatility can crush option traders. So you have to make sure that you understand what's going on and how can it impact the entire trading situation. So just to give you guys an overview here, instead of going each separately on each transaction, this is a spreadsheet I use to communicate with my members on every trade that we did. Now in my room here, we highlight that if a trade hits minimum 50%, sometimes there will be a trade like, for example, this app put that hit more than 50%, and I decide not to sell. We still consider those as good plays, but I still update my P&L here as well. In my room, we share every transaction that we do with the sizing, and we pretty much input all that information here, so that way it's clearly communicated on the strategy, as well as what the gains are, and if it has hit our standard minimum target, because there'll be situations where I may hold a trade longer than if I believe it could do very well. A good example would be the ISRG or SPX puts, which was our major winner this week, and this NBIS and all that stuff. So this month alone, we're up 32K here, and this does not factor in if all my swings go to zero, we will still be up that much. But a lot of people in the room, based on the recent surveys, have been showing consistent wins as well. Now, besides all this, how did we manage, right? So managing your trades is crucial based on your overall account management situations, right? So based on today here, we made one error where we incorrectly put our bearish gamma at 68.80 when in fact it was supposed to be at 68.70. So that has caused one of our first trades of the day to pretty much go to zero. But that's part of the gain here, the situation. We had a lot of wins here, but our trade on SPX didn't manage to work out. So that was the first loss throughout the entire day. The key thing that really moved the market here initially is that the S&P 500 at this point over here, this bottom, when it started to look like it was weak, honestly looked like it could have broken through here, because on SPX here, my estimated weekly high was around 68.95, and when SPX initially had hit that, it had dropped. I was aiming for SPX to go towards 68.50, which it did not. At this point over here, this is where news came out that the US government was looking to reduce their tariffs on China, and we've seen a surge all the way back to our level 2, and you guys can see over here, right? So SPX got through this estimated weekly high, and it started to really go insane at that particular point. We did manage to, near the end of the day, secure a 200% winner off SPX, which made us go positive. And just yesterday, we had many winners on NBIS, Tesla. We also banked the Tesla today as well, but that loss on 68.30 was kind of shocking to many people in the room, as we've been crushing consistently. So that I believe that mistake had to be because I set the bearish gamma incorrectly in my war room report, where it was meant to be at 68.70, but I had put it at 68.80, which was a mistake that cost me that particular trade. But regardless, here's what you need to know. Okay, so with the SPX into tomorrow's FOMC interest rate announcement, what we're going to be looking at is, can the market hold this 6,900 zone? If it cannot, then it's likely that we're going to see 69.21. Another key thing here is that you want to note that the 68.48 is going to be a very strong inflection point. If for whatever reason, if the market does not manage to hold that at all, then be ready, because we could see a potential drop to this 50-day moving average, which is usually a key support. Okay, it's going to be crucial to note. Key things like NVDA here managed to hit my top level 3 right over here. Pre-market slightly above there, but sometimes it could open lower, and it kind of rejected. Okay, so the thing about NVIDIA here, massive guide that they gave with $500 billion in pretty much in 6 months that they're projecting here. So that's why the stock is going to continue to push further here. So we're watching if it could stay above 202 or go to 199. I would like to honestly consider a re-entry for next week at around 195 if it does get there. Now, another major catalyst for this is that Trump is meeting Jensen at the White House, and based on that news here, most likely he's going to talk about China chips. So China wants access to these NVIDIA chips, and the US wants access to China's rare earth. So if we get some news that they're able to sell to China, then you're going to see NVIDIA really go insane here, and we're going to be waiting for that. Broadcom, on the other hand, managed to really rip through our 365 and 375, has an opportunity for 380, so be aware of that. Still more upside available there. Meta has earnings as well coming up, so we're looking at Meta here. This is my last week's numbers, but Meta can really run above 771, so we'll keep an eye on that. Oracle has not been really much moving here. We see that the chop range is quite significant, and we want to see it go to 265, and that's where I personally would like to consider that as well. SMCI kind of struggling here at level 1 bullish zone. At 54, it can really start to run here, guys. So it's important to check that out. ARM, on the other hand, also dropped at this 182. Looking at ARM premiums, if you can get the 180s for 50 cents this week here somehow, then it could be a nice entry into that particular play. Also looking at CoreWeave here, another nice setup is available here if it manages to get through 146 here. Okay, now QQQ did also hit my estimated weekly high and start to drop here, but it still has potential to go to 642 here, so you really want to keep an eye on this. SPX still has an opportunity to get to my 69.21 as well, but it all comes down to what Powell says and does this week, and it's going to be a crucial thing to listen to moving forward. So hope you guys enjoyed this post-market recap. We'll see you guys in the next one, and like always, let's get that money.